Hey guys, welcome to Jeannie's Dishes. I am back and I am doing, for the first time, blueberry muffins. Full disclosure, I'm not a blueberry fan, but my family is, so I'm gonna make it for them. So they'll tell me if it's good or not. And I'm gonna show you the ingredients we're gonna do. I have my fresh blueberries. These were picked at a farm in my town nearby. So right now, if you don't already know, it is blueberry season. So if you love blueberries and have a farmer's market near you or a farm that you can pick your own blueberries, I strongly suggest and recommend you do that because they are delicious when they're fresh. So I hear, I don't know, because I don't like them. So I know, it's silly, it's silly. So anyways, here are my blueberries, obviously the main ingredient here. The rest is just gonna be a regular muffin recipe. So let me show you what we have, how we're gonna assemble everything, and away we go. All right, so here, if you guys have never seen one of these, is a sifter. We are going to sift our dry ingredients in here. This will make the muffin fluffier and lighter. So we're gonna do 2 cups of flour. We have baking powder, half a cup of milk. We have our muffin tins here ready to go. I know they kind of look like cupcake. These are the paper I have, I guess, left over from a birthday cupcake. So I'm gonna use those. We have our mixer, 1 stick of butter. We're gonna zest some lemon and mix it all in our mixer. So let's get started. All right, so first we're gonna put 2 cups of flour in here. I have my cute little Mickey Mouse 1 cupper here. So we are just going to put this in here. And you want to make sure you level, when you're doing cups like this, level it off. Because you have to, with baking, try and be as precise as possible. All right, so now we have our baking powder. Can you see what that looks like? We want 2 teaspoons of that. So I'm trying to, again, you want to level, even the teaspoon, you know, level it off. Can you see, like that? That's 1. And 2. And then we need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So let me go get that. All right, so that's roughly a 1/4. This is a teaspoon, so this is a 1/4 of a teaspoon. So I might not put this whole thing in, just a little bit. So there we go. So that is going to be pretty much most of our dry ingredients. So with my sifter, I'm gonna lift it and I'm gonna squeeze the handle, and as you see, the flour is coming down on the other side. And this will also get rid of all the, if there's any lumps in the flour. And you can see kind of like how nice and light it's coming out. So I'm just gonna continue. And then I always kind of bang it to get the sides. Sometimes flour will get stuck. And you kind of have these remnants in here. If you just kind of bang it, it'll get rid of that. And you can see like there's some little dots down there, like some, but I don't want that in my flour, so. All right. Once there's no more coming out the bottom, we are done. There we go. Okay, so now we are over at our mixer. I have a paddle on here. We have room temperature butter, and if you don't have room temperature butter, a quick trick to do is pop it in the microwave for about 5 to 10 seconds, but not more than that, because I know it'll be all soupy and liquidy and it'll make a mess out of your microwave. So I'm just gonna throw that in here. You wanna whip that up. for a second or two. Now we're gonna add our sugar. Okay, so I zested 1 teaspoon of lemon. We're gonna put that in, and then 2/3 cup of sugar. Again, I'm leveling it off. It's 1/3, 2/3. We want to whip that for about a couple of minutes. We want to make sure everything is really incorporated well. So I'll come back to you as soon as I'm done with that. So that's pretty whipped up there. So now we're going to add our eggs one at a time. I have this little ramekin dish here. I put the egg one at a time in here first, just to make sure the egg's okay, there's no shells. And then as it's in here, I'll pour it, let that mix really well, and then do the second egg. Put that up a little bit. Oh, see, this one might have shells. Oh, yep. That did not end well. Alright, see, that's why we put it in the ramekin first. Now there's no shells. Let that mix a little bit. And then what I like to do is to get a rubber spatula and just scrape down the sides, because sometimes, as good as these mixers are, and they sometimes don't get the sides, so, and the bottom for some strange reason. One of these days, hopefully they'll perfect that. Turn it on again. And we're good to go. So now we're going to start folding in our dry ingredients into this, and then add our blueberries. All right, so we have our dry ingredients, our mixture, our butter mixture, and we still have our butter. And so we are going to fold in 2 parts of the flour in here, and then alternating it with the milk, back to the flour, and back to the milk until it's all combined. And then we'll put our blueberries in. So put a little bit in here. Mix, fold that in very carefully. A little bit of milk. Gonna start getting a nice doughy consistency that we want. Batter, like more of a batter. A little more flour. Mix that a little bit. More milk. Make sure you're scraping the sides, get all that yumminess in there. And then do the rest of the flour. And the rest of the milk. Here we go. So as you can see, oh, can you see? Looking good. All right, I have about 1.5 cups of blueberries. I very gently mixed it with just a spoon so I don't break the blueberries up. So now we're just gonna scoop them into our muffin tins and bake it at 375 for about 25 minutes until they're golden brown. So I am going to, let me see how I'm gonna do this here so you guys can see everything here. Get a little, I usually, a good rule of thumb is if you have an ice cream scooper, do it that way. I do not, surprisingly. So I am just gonna kind of spoon it in with a big like tablespoon, being careful not to break the blueberries. I'm not even sure how many of these are gonna make. I'm hoping they make all of these. Some of the blueberries might have broken a little bit, but that's okay. I guess each one will be a little different. So it's not really the consistency of a batter. It's a little thicker than that. Oh, this one needs a little more. Anyway, you get the idea. So I'm gonna put these in the oven and we'll see what they look like when they come out. There you go. That's the before picture. Okay, my blueberries came out and I did the toothpick test. If you've never done the toothpick test, if it's good, this is good for like cupcakes, cakes, any kind of baked goods like that. You stick your toothpick in, like in the middle. If it comes out clean, you are good to go. If it comes out and there's dough or batter on it, the middle's not done yet, so you got to put it back in. But they look delicious. I'm gonna let them cool and have someone try it and see how it's gonna be. So let me know if you guys are gonna try this dish. Let me know how your blueberry muffins come out and how you like them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and more videos are coming out soon. Thanks guys, have a great weekend.